Greetings, viewers. Welcome back to the Late Great Show with Lavid Detterman. I'm your host, Lavid Detterman. Let's give a big round of applause for our next guest, former childhood loser, opium addict, and romantic poet, Samuel T. Coleridge.
Today's agenda, got the suitcase up in the central. Go to room 112, tell them Blanco sent you. Feel the strangers, if no money exchanges. I got these kids and rangers to leave them niggas brainless. All they told is stainless, you just remain as calm as possible. Make the deal go through. If not, here's 12 shots, we know how you do. Please make your killings clean. Slugs up in between, their eyes like true lies. Kill them and flee the scene. Just bring back the coke or the cream, or else your life is on the shelf. We mean this, Frank. The cats we fucking with put bombs in your mom's chest.
I wrote this song.
No, you didn't, Coleridge. You're still a loser.
It's Coleridge, Detterman. Coleridge.
Okay, Coleridge, why don't you talk to us a bit about your childhood?
I was born on October 21st, 1772, in the town of Ottery, St. Mary's, in Devon, England. My dad was the headmaster at Free Grammar School, although he dropped dead at 63. My mother was from southern England. Her name was Anne Bowden, and she married my dad in 1753.
So your dad passed away when you were just a boy?
Yeah, I took to being secluded as a child as a result. I didn't spend time with other boys as much, and I spent more time in my room with my books.
So, you play any sports or do anything boyish at your age?
Son, I was a loser before you were even born.
So what kind of education did you receive in your earlier years?
I went to Jesus College, Detterman, from 1791 up to 1794. It was during my college years that I began writing poetry and other pieces of literature for competitions. I even won the Brown Gold Medal in 1792 for a sapphic ode that I wrote about the slave trade. And now my buddy Robert Southey, him and I, we decided to leave college without our degrees. We had better, bigger ideas.
So, I was reading your biography online, and I read about an idea that you had back in '95, where apparently you and Southey wanted to go to America and build a community on the banks of a river in Pennsylvania. Can you tell me a little bit more about that?
Yeah. Me and Southey were just chilling on some opium, and we thought, hey, why don't we make a community?
You know, why not?
What a great idea that was.
So, how did it go?
Well, it turns out in order to make a community, you need money, and I had none. And neither did Southey. So, in the end, no one had any money, so we couldn't actually buy any land to make our community.
Sounds like it wouldn't be the first time that you failed.
I didn't let my failures get in the way of my opium addiction, that's for sure.
Real talk time. Let's talk about that opium addiction.
Well, you know what? I think it all started when I was very young. And they used opium to treat my rheumatism with laudanum, which is actually made up of 10% opium powder.
Oh, so you were taking some pretty powerful drugs.
Yeah, what started out as small doses to combat my illnesses turned out to be something much, much worse. By age 36, I divorced my wife, Sarah. I lost my friendship with my friend, William Wordsworth, and, well, I lost my annuity, too.
Gosh, you've had it rough.
Eventually, I deteriorated so much that I started living under the care of a doctor by the time I was 42. That's not the worst of it, Detterman. When you're taking 2 quarts of laudanum a week, you get constipated and you require regular enemas.
Yeah, you look constipated. Go on Wikipedia and look at your portrait. Ah.
What is this Wikipedia devilry of which you speak? Is it like Biographia Literaria?
It's a large source of information. You could even get information on recent run-ins that you've had with the police.
What run-ins with the police?
Well, did you know that opium is a Schedule III drug in the United States of America? You know, I don't know if you guys just want to put up with a clip here. We got one on hand of a run-in, recent altercation that Coleridge here had with the police a while back.
Mother of God.
If you waited till the end, you would see that I actually got away.
Oh, so you actually remember this event?
No. Let's leave it at that.
Many people say that it was your own work that popularized conversational poetry, and they say that you also influenced your friend William Wordsworth. What inspired you to begin writing poetry?
When I was a youngin', I attended Christ's Hospital, and I studied the works of ancient Roman poet Virgil and the English poet William Bowles. That was my first introduction to poetry, and my interest took me away from there. I continued studying poetry until I grew older, and even when I took my trip to Germany with Wordsworth in 1798, I studied the works of Immanuel Kant and Gotthold Lessing. Reading the works of these outstanding representatives on different poetic eras helps inspire me to make some of my greater works.
Well, turns out you were aptly named. Turns out Coleridge makes sense. Get what I'm saying there, Coleridge?
I guess I really am Coleridge.
Well, that's all the time we have for today. Let's give another round of applause for our fabulous guest, Samuel T. Coleridge. I'm Lavid Detterman.
And I'm Samuel Coleridge.
And we'll see you guys next time.
Yeah!
And now, our feature presentation.
Yeah, he's still here. I just got off the phone with police, Samuel. They found an ample amount of opium back at your apartment. They're on their way here to arrest you.
Huh? What? Surprise, motherfucker.